Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies and Man once again, and today we're going to be doing something slightly different. I've done one of these videos before, but I wanted to do it again now, and I wanted to talk about Tokyo Revengers. Now I have two different editions here of Tokyo Revengers. I have the Mexican edition, which is right here, it's very small, and the American edition that just came out. And I want to do a comparison video for them and just kind of show you the different things that come with them and just kind of how they stack up to each other. So just visually off the top of the head, the Mexican edition is actually a proper Japanese style sized tankobon, because that's just how they like to do it in Mexico. They just bring the edition almost the same way that it is in Japan, and honestly it actually ends up costing about the same thing as something would in Japan, maybe a little bit more, depends on how you would transfer the currencies. And then the American one is a kind of signature size, right? Like a Viz signature size. Also, a very clear difference is that these are, different types, right? So this one is a 2-in-1, has the first 2 volumes, and this one is a single volume, which is interesting. Now let's look into the kind of things that come with this. So if I remember correctly, I got this as a pre-order in January, and the pre-order bonus was this poster. Now, I think there's a version of this poster that you can get from the US that I think comes with the Barnes & Noble's edition of the volume. I got the Kinokuniya one, and it's actually not for me, it's for my roommate. I got it for him for his birthday, but I got it from Kinokuniya because I wanted the Shikishi board, which I'm going to tell you about in a moment. So, this is the poster that came with the Mexican edition. There was actually 2 different posters, and the one that you got was based on luck. So I got this one, which is cool. I think the American version, the Barnes & Noble's edition, has a reversible poster that has both of the possible images that the Mexican edition had, but I'm not too sure. I don't have that edition to show you. So here you go. There's these other 2 things that come with this as well, which are this beautiful, lovely bookmark. This is a very standard practice in Mexico. Every first volume has a bookmark of some kind, and only certain volumes from continuing series have anything on them after the first volume. So there you go. It also had this very nice postcard, which might have also been a pre-order release. No, actually, I don't think so. I think this one is showing you the original cover that came with the manga before the mangaka decided to change his covers to this style. So that happened at the end of volume 4. So for the Mexican edition, the first 4 volumes come with a postcard to show you the original cover, right? So that's cool. On the backside, you have this with the Tokyo Manji symbol here very clearly out. This is also due to the fact that in Mexico, we don't really necessarily associate this with like Nazis the same way that Americans do. And so there's a lot less issues with having symbols like this out in the open. Of course, also, there's a lot of people wanting to make sure that there was no censorship, and they succeeded in making that happen. So there you go. The other kind of special thing about this is that it has this removable cover. This is very standard for Japanese volumes, and Mexico likes to follow suit. There's a little picture of the mangaka, which I think is really cool. I like his little greaser, Yakuza style hair. And here's what the book looks like. It's just a black and white version of the poster, basically. So that's cool. This doesn't have any color pages. Actually, it does have color pages. I thought it didn't. So there you go. It has these nice color pages. These are pretty standard in this format. Nothing special here. It's just a normal volume. So yeah, that's the Mexican edition. Let me reset here, and then I'll show you the American edition. So like I told you guys, I bought this from my roommate, but I bought it from Kinokuniya because I wanted this for myself. So I was going to buy it at BAM, at Books A Million for my roommate, but when I saw that they had this at Kinokuniya, and I actually ended up going there with one of my friends for lunch, because the Kinokuniya near my house here, my parents' place, is also near a Japanese marketplace where there's food. So we went for lunch, and I walked over to Kinokuniya real quick to also get this because I wanted this for myself. So There you go. This is only for the Kinikaniya version, as you guys can see right there, and it's for a limited time. I think you were guaranteed one if you pre-ordered, but not necessarily if you just buy it, you know, when you go there. So, yeah. The American version has this, and then this. I actually like this. It's very different from anything I've seen before, so that's kind of cool. There's no clear manji symbol anywhere, which is to be expected in the US. It's totally fine. I definitely understand it. Here is the original version of the cover, which is cool. I don't know if they have the second one as well. Doesn't look like it. There's an explanation about what the manji symbol is, which is good. Then some color pages here on the front, which are exactly the same as the Mexican edition. And there you go. That's all the chapters that are involved in this book. If we flip through it, we'll see that it ends here, I think. Let's see, really, really soon. Okay, so there we go. This is the end of the first volume, I think. Let me double check, because it might not be. Okay, so there's this division here. And then if we keep going, there's another division back here, which is right here. So this other thing here, this third story here, seems to be the extra of the series. And if I remember correctly, this last page is the end of volume 2. So there's something missing here, and I can't remember what it is. Let me see if I can find out. There's also some translation notes. And here are more covers. I don't know why these aren't in color. I really would have liked it if they were in cover, but it's not that big of a deal. Here's the manji symbol again. And then there's also this really nice inner work here on this thing. This texture is different. It's kind of rubbery, if that makes sense. It also has different textures. So this, the texture of the character, the texture of the, what's it called? Of the letters, and the texture of these cracks is different from the baseline texture of this white stuff. So that's pretty cool. I actually quite like that. It's pretty interesting. So let me compare the content here, and let me show you what I was talking about. So this is where the first volume ends here, right? I think. Let's see. See if this has an index. Yeah, so it ends at chapter 5. So, let's see. Chapter 5 is 191. I like that there's numbers at the bottom that are very clear to see. I like that a lot. It's not very common in a lot of manga, so I quite appreciate it. So this is the end of the first volume, right? So that's weird. I thought it was later. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. This is a bit of a discovery for myself as well. So let's see. Let's keep going. Is this where I stopped before? I can't remember. Okay, so there we go. This is another division. I'm not really sure why this one's here. Oh, sorry. So this should be the end of chapter 2. And then this section here is extra stuff. Yeah, it says here, chapter extra 0. I think this is also part of volume 2. I remember reading this part before, but I might be wrong. Then there's this continuation here of the next chapter, which is interesting. And then it keeps going, and there you go. So it's a little bit different from what I was expecting. I think it's set up slightly different from what you would consider normal for, you know, these 2-in-1 editions. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. See, yeah, it says here chapter extra, and then it has 2 more chapters, and then it has more extras at the back. So that's cool. That's pretty interesting. I didn't realize that was how that was going to be arranged. Honestly, my preference would have been to have the extras for each volume where they're supposed to go. And it seems weird to have 2 chapters after an extra chapter that isn't part of the original story. So I don't know where that's coming from. Like this chapter here, chapter 0, I don't know why that one goes in between 12 and 13. I'm not sure. But I mean, if it works, it works. So yeah, there you go. That's that edition. And let me clean this one up, and then I'll put both of them together, and we can finish the video off. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if people are going to be interested in this type of video. I personally find them to be very interesting, but that's just me. It's going to be a little bit bumbling because I'm not really used to sitting behind a camera and kind of showing my hands, right? So there you go. Those are the two things. And these are the two freebies that came with pre-order / buying from a specific store, right? So there's more freebies for the American version if you grab the Barnes & Noble edition, which has the original cover, which is cool. But there you go. That's really all there is to it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys in the next video.